well, this is really a labor of love. Yeah, well, too bad love don't buy me tacos.
Right. Welcome to episode 4.
Episode 4.
How the hell is everybody doing?
Man, you've had a nice week, haven't you, buddy?
It's been a crazy week. We had a storm come through last Wednesday night, Hurricane Zeta, and it went by really quick, went by extra fast. We figured, could have been that bad. When we got up, everything's in shambles. Our power went out that night, which we kind of expected it was going to go out. But everything was literally torn apart. The wind just brought everything down. We had about a 50-foot tree in our backyard, missed our house by about a foot, which we couldn't even see during the storm. Didn't hear it come down or anything. But that's another thing. It uprooted the whole thing. And I'd show you pictures of that. The roots that came up, the earth that it brought with it. It was like this big circular, it uprooted. That circular tuft of earth that was on it was taller than the house that it fell next to. I mean, it was the
root bed, huh?
Yeah, like maybe 18 feet tall.
Oh shit.
And it was just like, oh my gosh.
That's an old ass tree.
That tree made it. Yeah, it made it through all the trees that we've seen come down, and all the people that we've talked to. The trees that they had come down had all made it through Katrina. They're definitely old trees around. Most of the trees around here are old. Which is why I was never really concerned about that much vegetation coming down, and it's everywhere. I mean, it's everywhere. And so we were out of power for a few days. It sucked because not everybody, but a lot of people around us, their power came back up. We'd have to drive like 2 towns over to go. We'd get in our car to charge our phones, which we couldn't use unless we went and mooched on somebody's Wi-Fi. But so we had to charge them in the car. We'd drive like 2 towns over, get to a Wi-Fi spot, try and let people
contact everybody.
Yeah, let people know we're okay. And and one time we came back, and all of a sudden all the lights in our neighborhood are on, and we're like, oh, sweet, man, this is awesome. I think it was the next day, maybe on Thursday night, something like that, Thursday or Friday morning. All the lights were on. So we were pretty jazzed. We're like, cool, our lights are on. We get home, we don't have no power. We have a different power company than all these other people did. And it turns out from us and the neighbors on the other side of us where we drive into our neighborhood at, the other side that we couldn't see, they're all still in the dark as well. So we had to wait a couple more days with no power. We finally got power back on. We were all jazzed, expecting, cool, we can get back to business as usual. Not the case. Internet's down. Our internet, like I said, the storm came in Wednesday night. We lost everything, and my internet just came back up this morning, and it's Wednesday, and so it was out for exactly a week. So yeah, we depend on it for working from home. Our kids are in the distance learning, so it was everything. But they didn't go back to school until today. They actually were out of school for a week as well. So it's the whole city just got.
Yeah, probably schools didn't have any internet either.
Yeah, and you drive by the school and there's trees down everywhere, and yeah, it was pretty nuts. But we got that back, so we're back on track. Now that today's Wednesday. Yesterday was
votes are still getting counted, so I'm still drinking, bitches.
Yesterday was election day. I hope you guys all got out there and voted.
Yeah.
And as you can see, they're still counting. Everything is way too close. Too close for comfort, too close to call. We'll see what happens. As long as everybody's vote gets counted.
That's all I care about.
That's democracy at work. As long as it's done the right way.
And you know what? I'm not going to cry. I mean, look, don't be a bitch and don't gloaters, fucking gloaters. I'm watching you.
Right.
All right. I'm watching you.
You're right. On either side, doesn't matter.
Both sides, every side.
Yep, every side, and everybody's just got to. If they can get through counting everybody's vote, then we should be happy with that. That democracy has prevailed.
That's
And
right.
that's as political as we're going to get on this show.
That's right.
But now you know why that's happening right there for Christian. So last week we got to sit down with some friends of ours in a band called Grindscape.
Okay, what kind of music? What do you call their genre?
I just think it's metal, but I'm also not of the every subgenre of music kind of thing. You know, I don't know.
That's it. I agree with you there.
Yeah.
It's metal as fuck. So
They're metal.
I'm
They're
okay
great,
with that.
They're a great metal band.
Grindcore, deathcore, whatever core, hardcore.
No, they're just a great metal band.
Yeah, they are.
And so we got to sit down with them last Tuesday. So it's been a little bit, but they were generous enough with their time. They came out, they sat out in their practice place, which is not very warm. I spent many a days there, many a years there, and they were sitting out there in 7-degree weather. So they were real troopers for us. They really helped us out a lot. And,
yeah, this is also our first guest band that's actually been gigging during this lockdown. So
right.
So they had an interesting perspective on that aspect of the whole, being a local musician. So, I mean, it's a really cool, it's a really funny episode.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And again, these guys are awesome. They did this for us in sub-freezing weather. They'd all just gotten off work. They were about to do their weekly practice, so they took some time out of their day to help us out, and we really appreciate it. And we hope you guys enjoy it. And
Grindscape,
so without
episode
further ado,
4.
That's right. Let's check out some Grindscape. That sounds like a real rock tour to me.
Right.
I never did get to see a whole lot going on the road. I made it, a few states east of Colorado and a little south, a little north. Never got to go all the way out to the East Coast and play.
Yeah,
It was cool.
no Walmarts, man.
No, they don't got no Walmarts.
No
They might
Walmarts.
now, but they didn't back then.
I don't know if that's a bad thing.
Cities.
Walmart,
Just
Super Center. What are
Hey.
you talking about?
Hey,
Oh,
sorry.
shit. That's there's no 7-Elevens down here, which I still find. Not that I care. I didn't frequent a 7-Eleven, but there's none here, which I find a little odd.
Right.
You got Piggly Wiggly?
I haven't seen one. I haven't seen them.
That's
Come on.
weird.
I'm sure you guys got come and goes.
Nope, no come and goes.
What the?
Everything around here is just they're little yokel convenience stores owned by
And shit.
yeah.
So it's
yeah.
like,
Get your fishing tackle and your beer right with your smokes, That's
The
about
important
it.
shit.
That's right.
Ammo.
All right.
like chicken, like lawnmowers and chicken.
And chicken.
And chicken.
Mm-hmm.
What the
Oh
fuck is
shit.
combination, whatever.
So what's the plan for you guys? I mean, since we're in the middle of this fucking lockdown and shit, and
Yeah, we're in the middle of recording about 2 albums worth of material, and so hopefully, we'll keep that going and get something done with it pretty quick.
now when you have that much material in the can, do you ever worry that some of that shit might go stale before you can release it?
No, because we've been stale, I think, for a long time. No, really.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Some of that stuff will end up sounding dated if you don't get it out fast enough.
Yeah, because some of that stuff is as old as we are.
Yeah.
I think
But
there's several
that stuff
several
came
of
a
our
long
first
way though, too.
songs that we, first songs that we wrote that we put on these albums. So yeah, they might be dated, but
It is what it is.
that's yeah,
It's
Oh,
just-
that'd be
I
great.
think we made it heavier when Keith joined.
right. It did change it. It changed it up a little bit, and that's cool. It gives an awesome groove. and I like what Keith does compared to what I did, because I felt like my shit was just, you know, this robotical part that, you know, Keith actually just brings it to life and puts, you know, his own flair to it. It just sounds different than my stuff, you know.
Right.
All the tricks. So, but it's awesome for me to sit there and watch Keith play these songs,
Yeah.
see how he does it, and you know, and then I got the easy job.
I don't know about all that. But. So you guys.
I wanted to join as a singer. I wanted him to let me be the singer.
Right.
He would not let me be the singer in the band.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I told you to grab the mic. Just didn't do it.
Yeah, because I suck on a mic. So.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, no.
Pull off some Beastie Boys.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys now, didn't you guys record, like when I left, actually it was long before I left, but like we had recorded over, we being Malachi had recorded over with Bill. Didn't you guys record something at that time too? Just never made it to fruition?
We had a lot of problems with the final mix, and you know, we tried a few different things, and so we just kind of lost interest in the project, and you know, kind of want to start over square one. And I mean, we really just had the stuff to do it, and you know, to be honest, it's hard to put that much time into something. And you know, he's a great guy, and I love working with Bill. He's just definitely has a different picture for it than
right.
what we had. And so yeah, I mean, we did our first one ourselves. Dave basically recorded it, and so he just you know, he's got all kinds of gear. He just brought it over and we started. And I think, you know, we're quite a ways down the list. You know, we're starting on, you know, some bass tracks at some point and finish up with some vocals. And,
yeah.
You know, we'll probably put a few songs out before too long and keep working on the rest of the songs. And I really want to, you know, at least get a few CDs out.
Right.
So, you know, I know people don't buy CDs anymore, but you know, it's nice to have. You know?
Right.
At this point.
Yeah, but yeah, we're kind of for the old school listening anyway. So some of those might
selling discs out your trunk and shit.
Right.
Yeah, and doing it yourself. I mean, who knows you better? Who knows your music better than you? You know, and if you got the means to do it and the know-how, I mean, if you know how to work all that gear and you got the means for it, you know, it's never going to sound better than that, I don't think.
I'll just sit back and hit things and let these guys twiddle knobs and all that. They just tell me, no, stop hitting things.
Are you guys still going to jam tonight?
Possibly.
Depends on what time it gets to be.
All right. Well, I certainly don't want to hold y'all up. If for any reason you need to go, just tell us to fuck off. It's fine. But okay. So Todd, if you don't mind, give us some of your history again. Some of the projects you're in, the stuff you did in Missouri.
Yeah, like I said, oh yeah. So that is in that section, right? All right.
I wasn't ready for that one.
that was my best part. Yeah. So Down Pression was my old band, and we're gonna start doing a few songs at a time. Hopefully, get an album out at some point. And then I have Cleanse the Destroyers.
Who's all in that?
That's John Saltz, Tim Mako, Tom Davis, and
Tom looks good, man. He dropped a lot of weight, bro. I saw that.
Yeah. He had a few medical things, and he's come through it, so it's all good news. And
That's awesome.
Good.
So sometimes we have a keyboard player, but it hasn't been for a while. So we'll see. We'll see if he comes back. But it's really cool with everybody there, and you know, that's just kind of after Chris passed. Then me and John just called me. He's like, "You want to jam?" I'm like, Yeah, sure. And we kind of just jammed for a while, and then I jammed with Tim, and we just kind of brought the two projects together. Is kind of what happened. So
Nice.
just the leftover people from Malachi and Another Shade of Hate, you know. But,
It's awesome.
and they, you know, I think Another Shade, I don't know, they played a few more times after that, but we'll see. You never know what's going to happen. You know, everybody still hangs out together. So,
Tom played in Anodize with you, right?
yeah. And he's Fate of the Fallen, maybe. That's Tim's other band. And yeah, he's doing several projects. So, of course, here I am. I can't think of a single thing. Can't think of any other names, but I guess I should look some of that stuff up. And I've got another band with Jimmy called Lanny KO. It's with a few younger guys. They're right around 30 and have different ideas, and so it's kind of fresh and new. And so we bring our old school parts into that, and that's basically metal band. Then I'm doing a punk rock band with Damon Thomas that I played with in Murder Hat, and that's going really well. We got a great lineup and a good set of songs, and that's called Hell Burner. And what else? I'm in Tree of Woe with Keith, and we're recording.
Awesome.
And then
Talia.
Talia just started doing her solo project again, and so I've got one drum track down. I might have to re-record for some silly reasons, but all my fault, all of course. But,
The hardest working unpaid drummer in town, ladies.
I get paid love from everyone.
Right? He's like, you know, we both we're really stuffed and flush on exposure bucks. You know, haven't been able to find it.
I got more exposure bucks than I can fucking spend.
Right? You know, well, this is really a labor of love. Yeah, well, too bad love don't buy me tacos.
Right.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's really more of a passion project. Well, put all your passion into it. Have a good time.
Right.
I'm trying to get these guys to go to Japan and shit. So,
Right.
Whoa.
Well, yeah. We should come out of the COVID first.
yeah.
Right.
This is our rock star guy over here that does the European tours.
Yeah.
You still have you done any of those again recently? Or not recently, but
No,
how many?
I did the one trip to Europe that we played the Obscene Extreme Festival, and then we
That's a
did
big
one
one.
trip to Japan. And
Where'd you
then-
play in Japan?
Where?
Yeah.
We played in Gifu.
Festival?
Huh?
Was it a festival?
No, we just played. Well, there was one show. The show we did in Nagoya, they do like every year. They do two different ones. Like one is called Grind Freaks, and the other one is Grind Bastards or something. We were on Grind Freaks, and so like we played with Disgust, which is legendary Japanese band. It was I don't know. Japan was just still my favorite thing ever. And I'm not going to hijack this whole interview with me talking about Japan because it could very easily happen.
Yeah,
Right.
that's awesome, man.
I mean, so 908 is talking about trying to do another trip, and we're either going to look at possibly Japan again and maybe add on a little of Southeast Asia.
Nice.
And then we're also talking about possibly like Mexico, South America.
That's awesome, man. That makes me super happy for you. And I hope that happens. I still got that postcard you gave me. I can't remember the I'm gonna sit and tell you I still have it and I can't even remember where it was from, but the one with the skulls and the
Oh yeah, from the Bone Church, Kutnahora in
Right.
Czech.
right. And,
Where at?
It's the Bone Church in Kutnahora. Czech Republic. It's
Yeah. We were there. I was there. I got to go with Slayer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that church is fucking amazing, dude. It's nothing but skulls and bones, and
Yeah,
it's fucking a trip. It's a trip.
it was kind of sombering for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a trip for sure. Go in and it's like, wow, this is like. Okay, Brian, you had been to my hometown with me.
Uh-huh.
That place is about 40,000 people. Well, that church holds like the remains of 40,000 people. So it's
Yeah.
pretty much my hometown
Wow.
in burial. It'll put a zap on your head, man. I don't know.
Right. That's
My mood sobered up when I was there.
yeah. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Neat
Uh,
place.
So, how long you been playing now, Keith?
30 years.
Yeah.
30 years.
30.
I got my first kit probably about, I think, 3 or 4 months before my 16th birthday.
Damn. That's awesome.
Yeah, so
And again, if you haven't never heard Keith play, he sounds like he's been playing longer than that, but
Come on out.
yeah, right.
Can confirm.
Yeah.
I'm definitely better live than I am on record. I can tell you that.
We don't cut and paste. We just record it and put it out.
Right.
No fancy tricks.
No, it's super organic. I mean, it's like, so I mean, if you watch any kind of production stuff on YouTube, there's a lot of channels. You know, Glenn Fricker, he's one of the champions of, you know, just being a band and having
Right.
mistakes in it,
Yeah.
having ebb and flow. And the thing right now is everybody wants to play to a grid. They want to be fucking precise and robotic, and it's
So they can chop it up and fix
Right.
it up, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Replace all your beats. Replace
It's
all
not
your
real,
sounds.
man.
it takes kind of takes the life out of
It does.
you know, that what you're trying to capture is the live recording, so
Yeah.
it kind of takes that life out of it a little
Yeah.
bit.
It's fantastic sterile music right now, and it's like
Oh, it's terrible.
you can't even hardly. I mean, some of these bands are so fucking talented. They're amazing. At the same
Right.
time, it's like
You can't tell
it's
which
not
ones.
very memorable. It's
Yeah.
like fucking precise, and all this shit's going on. You're like, holy shit, these guys are fucking mind blowing.
Yeah.
But
It's hard to tell
yeah,
which
at the same
ones are
time, it's like,
actually
you know, it doesn't
good
have
and have a purpose.
right.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, you know, you could fucking tell bands apart. You
Right.
hear it, oh fuck, that's
Yeah.
so and so or whatever. And now it's just kind of like this super technical, just like blast of really, it's good shit. At the same time, it's not. It doesn't seem real memorable.
It's
you know?
the formula du jour.
Right.
Get some bands caught with their pants down though when you know when they go out and try to do that shit, recreate that shit live.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah, that's very true. I'll see stuff on.
Well, and every band can have a bad night, but you know,
True.
you can tell if they're close, you know, or if they're just totally failing because they chop their stuff together. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll hear a lot of incredible stuff online that it's incredible when I hear it, but as soon as it goes by me, it's not something, and I'm like, I don't know, it doesn't grab me by the cojones and say, you know, this is what I need to listen to. Kind of, it's like, wow, that was really good. I could never play shit like that. See you later, kind of thing. You know, so I'm glad there's still bands out there that need to create that soul in the recordings.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think that's a reason I've even gotten more into this like underground grind, and then a lot of like sludge and doom and everything is just they just do it and go for
Real
it.
shit.
You know, it's
Right.
go out there and play. It's rock and roll, man. Doesn't matter what label you put on it.
Right. Absolutely.
Instrument and
True
let's
story.
party, baby.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So Dave, how long have you been playing?
Oh shit, I started when I was about 16, 17. I actually started on bass. So I had a friend
Oh, no
that he
shit.
was
I forgot.
him and his brother were in a band, and you know, I went over to their house after school one day, and I was like, holy fuck, dude, I've never seen anything like that in my face, you know. And I remember the goddamn snare drum, just like every time it hit, it was like, holy shit, you know, I was jarred. And I could take those things and strap in my head now because I, you know, dumbass played with no earplugs for 30 years. But yeah,
Same.
What?
I was just
Same.
like, no, I was hooked instantly, dude. I fucking the energy of these two guys in this fucking bedroom, and I was just like, I like this. I'm gonna do some of that. And so he's like, dude, here, take this bass home with you. Fuck, what do you do with this thing? He showed me a couple of things, and I actually used to plug it into a Yamaha guitar amp that another guy lent me. And I'd secretly, I didn't want anybody to know how fucked up I was, so I'd be like really low. And then once I finally got the, you know, the feel of it, then I'd turn it up. And then I noticed that chicks like guitar. So
There it is. There it is.
Finally, the truth.
you know,
The truth. Fucking bass players get no fucking respect.
So yeah, and then I went from there. But then of course, I fell in love with guitar because I mean, holy shit, is there anything better than just a fucking stack and just there's nothing like that shit, is there?
Only a few things. Only a few things.
And when you're like clicking
Having
with
to
your
do with
band there,
drums and bass and
that's what people don't get, man. That's why we've been doing this for so fucking long. Is because we do have a click. You know, it clicks, and when we're fucking doing our thing, it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, when you guys hit that pocket, everybody knows.
Right.
Everybody's like, "Oh, we're here. We are in the pocket now." Yeah, I get it.
Fucking good, dude. And I mean, that's what sucks is like right now we haven't played in a long time, and we go to practice, we have a good time, but it's not like you're excited. But when we hit a good stage that sounds good, and we're all on our shit, fucking get out of the way, motherfuckers. We're here to do some shit, and it feels good, you know. And that's what keeps me doing it.
Right.
It's not for, you know, we love playing. I like these guys. I love fucking playing. What else is there to do about it? I mean,
He don't love it though. He just likes us.
I
Tolerates it.
He loves it. He
But
just
don't
doesn't like
us.
it.
yeah, right. I tell you, when I, you know, it's funny you say that about playing real low when you first started. The first bass I ever got, I think I was 13 years old, and I had a little 50-watt Gorilla amp, and I didn't know how to do anything, right? So what I did, instead of turning it real low and trying to figure shit out, I turned up everything I could on the bass, everything on the amp, and I would let it just sit there and feed back until it sounded like a helicopter and my house was shaking. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world, man. My neighbors would be like, "What the hell's going on?" That was my favorite.
That's funny.
And then I tell you, with what you say about having guys to jam with, you know, ever since I moved, you know, I could find other guys here to jam with if I really put myself to it.
But how many times can you play Freebird, bro?
Very true. But no, that, I mean, it's like there's a bond that I have with guys that I've played with back there, you know, with Keith and Todd and even you guys, just playing with you guys a little bit that I did, man. It was,
Whoa.
it's
Your volume just really crept up loud. Sorry.
Mine did?
Yeah.
Is it still up?
It's kind of waving a little bit. Sorry. We're gonna fix all this in post.
Anyway, yeah, I
Fix it in post.
I don't know I do miss jamming. I just don't know. I've gone out and I've seen, okay, that's a stretch. I haven't really gone out and seen like a lot of local bands by any means, but I've seen some of the like the goofy cover bands they'll put over in the we have like a green here where the whole town goes like every weekend and they go hang out on the green and it's basically, it's smaller than Acacia Park, but the whole town goes there, right? And they'll have like a cover band that'll play there that's just your basic, you know, cut and dry, going through the motions cover band that has no feeling or no anything, and just, and I'm like, I just can't. I don't want to meet people like that. I don't want to, you know, I don't know, but I miss jamming. I mean, so I
and then add some spice to their set.
you know, I'm jealous of the fact that you guys you know, you'll always have that, and that's something to cherish. You know, I know there's been times that I've been in it and taken it for granted, and it's something it's something I miss dearly,
You can always move back, fucker.
Yeah.
Maybe someday.
Except it's been 7 degrees here, and he's sitting in the
70.
sunshine.
We've talked previously about that, you know, the 7 degrees of whatever of Colorado Springs metal music in the last 20 years. And if you link, I mean, that's why all these guys are kind of incestuous, is because Colorado Springs does have some killer fucking musicians. Like,
Yeah, man.
some of these guys are just sleepers, like this guy, this guy, you know. And
Then it
when
just
you,
comes down to who can you actually jam with and hang out with.
Right.
Plenty of great players, but can you actually hang out with them after?
Or can you coexist with them as a as
Well,
a human being?
For a weekend, let alone 2 weeks. You know?
Right.
Go to a different country with. That's the only reason I'm in so many bands. They're just like, well, we know he's a lunatic and everything, but with this fucking beer and he's quiet for the most part, and he'll play.
Oh shit.
Set him off, you know, just get him some beer, maybe. Hey, here's a tit drop video. Look at this for 20 seconds. And then, you know, I'm satisfied and I say, oh, hey, look, where are we at? I don't know. I think this is Roswell or somewhere bumfuck New Mexico. Let's party.
Let's party.
Yeah.
I like the party.
I like to party.
So Jimmy, how about you? I know you told us earlier you started on guitar.
Yeah, it's just the opposite of Dave. Seriously, like I started in somebody's house. They had all the shit set up, watching shit, you know, jam and shit. And then I started reading tablature on the guitar, and you know, just went from there. And then these fuckers,
Matt Todd.
and they were like, "Yeah, you guys want to play bass? Or you want to play bass? Yep, sure, I'll try it." And I fucking fell in love. So
Yeah, picked it up pretty quick.
yeah, fell in love.
yeah, there's the other element is like construction. There's always musicians in construction.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many dudes I meet on job sites. Oh, you play? I don't know. I play with that guy. You know,
All of us
start
had.
jamming. Yeah, so that's where these two met, was construction.
Right.
Fucking like, because it's like one of those jobs that typically, you know, you got Friday and Saturday off. You can play your shows. It's fucking, you're off, you know, at a regular hour. So where a lot of people screw up is like, they want to go work at the bar, play and
Right.
you know, do all this nighttime shit and play in a band. That's like, that doesn't work, you know. So a lot of people that are in construction, it's like normal hours. You can still play in a band, make some money.
Right.
You know?
Do you guys ever, again, obviously not recently, but do you guys ever still do the backline stuff?
No, the guy actually sold his business last year, and you know, it was funny because I was looking to be a partner with another guy and get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I didn't, because with this COVID shit, they haven't done squat. I would have lost my ass. Like, I know a local guy, you probably know him. He had one show this year, and he usually does all the big shows. He had one show this year.
Wow.
And he actually went back to flipping houses. So, like, music production right now is in the shitter. It's terrible for these guys.
It's terrible, dude.
Yeah,
You know-
it's really taking a hit, and that's kind of like what
I'm supposed to be on tour right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you know, he's got a friend that does like the super high end of the scale, and he's sitting.
You know it, Ricky B.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Massive hit.
I mean, he and I have been talking about it would just be nice to even just be able to go down to the arena and just like push boxes for a day.
right.
Let it be some pushers just for the day.
We did 2 weeks ago. We did that pop up for Bert Kreischer. We did that SR 250 pop up stage. 8 fucking guys, man.
Yeah, it's bad. We actually one of the episodes we already did, we took a little dive into that, about the hit that the industry, just the arts industry in general, has taken, and it's insane. It's just insane, the amount of people that are out of work, the amount of money that's not there, the you know, the sanity for people. You know, I'm honestly surprised just to hear how much you guys have played out. I realize it's not much to what
That's
you used
great.
to, but it's awesome that you've gotten to do it. And I know
It's good for you guys, and at least, you know, the fans of local live music at least got a little bit of taste during this fucking lockdown too, you know?
Right, man. It's definitely a sanity issue to be able to pick up your instrument and play, and then to be able to play out. Even, you know, I've done my share of play for 3 fucking people, but you still put what you got into it, man, and it's good for the soul, you know.
Yeah, it's 3 more people than at your practice.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
You know, I tell you what, I've never missed not being able to go to a show because I didn't want to more than ever, you know? And for a long time, I'm like, oh, I'll just catch the next one.
Yeah.
That night, you know, and now I'm like, damn, I wish there was a show so I could say, oh, I'll catch it the next time.
You know, I think Annie told me the exact same thing recently. She's like, I've never missed not wanting to go to things so much. Oh, that's fun.
Told me I can't go anywhere. I want to go places.
Right. That's absolutely.
It's like the introvert in me is rebelling or something. We should go to a show, but we can't. There aren't any shows. Damn, I guess we'll stay home.
Oh shit, that's too much. Well, I don't know.
Anything else that you guys want to tell us about? Like anything?
If you got, hey, if you're gonna
Got a show booked?
Actually, yeah, Clinton's the Destroyers just booked one for Denver, but they're talking like they're gonna clamp up on the regulations again. And,
Yeah, I think they did that earlier today, actually, for Denver. Yeah,
it may get canceled. But,
where's it at? What's the date? Just in case they don't cancel that shit.
Let me look through my notes real quick.
Once again, you caught Todd with his pants down. You guys,
Luckily,
your
all you
ambush
can
journalism
see is-
here.
Oh shit.
Yes, let's see.
Let me scroll through my 800 messages.
November 29th at Herman's Hideaway.
Nice.
Nice. Well, I hope that happens.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah,
But yeah.
I just decided to go along with whatever kind of regulations the club has. And, you know, I mean, if we all just, I mean, if you don't have a mask, then you're that guy, maybe. Or maybe you just get, you know, stuff delivered to your house.
Yeah.
But yeah, just go with the regulations and see, you know, see how far it goes. If it gets to the point to where you can't wear a mask going to a show, then don't go.
Right.
You know, but yeah, I haven't seen any problems really. And the shows that we've had, I don't think I wore a mask at one of them, but you know, you can't wear.
Did you wear one after you got off a stage? Like if you went milling about in the crowd and shit?
You know, there wasn't much of a crowd, and I basically went outside. You know.
Yeah, once I'm outside, I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, right. It's fresh air. You know, stay away.
Yeah, exactly.
I like social distancing a little bit.
Right.
You don't always have people up in your face. Like,
right.
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's right in my wheelhouse.
I was going to say, I think most of us, you know, have been practicing social distancing before we're acceptable.
Yeah.
You're always standing by yourself because I don't want to be around you. You know, it's nothing personal, but I don't have to inhabit your same filthy body space. You know?
Yeah.
You don't have to inhabit mine. We don't have to be on top of each other. We're Americans. We talk too fucking loud as it is. I can hear you from across the room. You damn kids, get off my lawn!
Oh shit. So if you get I don't know if y'all end up getting any merch, or if you have merch, if you have any, like if you have any,
if you guys have a store, pass on the info.
store or email or something, we'll put it up on here for whoever might see it, you know.
Anything you want seen, you got to
just
pass on to us, man.
Yeah,
So.
just email it to me. I'll put it up, and
All that kind of stuff that we did.
Yeah.
so
Shirt designs with some awesome freaking artwork that we got from a kid in Indonesia.
really
Nice.
Yeah.
nice. Nice.
Yeah, it's that pointillism, you know, dots, where they sit there and do everything dots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's fucking awesome.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, and don't forget to send me a song. We're gonna play a song from these guys.
Yeah.
While we show some nice, cool pictures. And God, I was just and I'm sure, and I'll try not and like, I'm not gonna like ambush you guys or anything, but I'm sure I'll be getting in touch with y'all for your other projects too at some point. I know you guys are busy. I'm not trying to take up a lot of your time, but
how about just send us a prepared question list. So I'm not really fond of this ambush journalism. You got to keep it fair here.
You better be careful. We'll put out a diss track for you guys.
Just make sure it's in the right timing so I can chop it up and do my own and send it back.
So we can come up with the proper reply.
Anything to put out more material, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Entertaining material. That's all you need.
All right, well, I think that's all from us, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming on, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Really.
Really.
Yeah, right on.
It's great seeing
We
you
hope
guys,
that
man.
that Herman's Hideaway show fucking goes off, man, without a hitch and shit. So
Please, we'll see how it works.
Yeah, it's great seeing you guys, everybody. This was the legendary Grindscape. Thank you guys so much. Really fucking appreciate it. And I'll talk to you guys soon, all right?
All right, awesome.
All right. Good night, guys. All right, so you just heard from Grindscape. We got a song from them called Lack of Response. This is a new song, just recorded. Nobody outside of the band has heard the song. I got to listen to it yesterday.
this is a world premiere. This is
a world premiere. I got to listen to it yesterday when I was standing in line for 2 hours to go vote. Sounds great. So I hope you enjoy it. Here it is, Grindscape, Lack of Response.
But first, reminded of what the path of great verse when curse completed. Deep in your eyes, freezing sunrise, bleeding for take this go see for yourself the wealth depleting, unmentioned reordered and spent. I went to the line to find reactions. What they never tell, and you always will. Deep in your eyes, freezing sunrise, bleeding for you.
We did get that, by the way, we did get the tree cleaned up in my backyard.
Somebody come by and chop it up for you? Or?
Well, the people whose the tree belonged to, our neighbors in the back, they have, I've never actually met them. I met their entire 8 generations of family that showed up to come deal with this tree, but I still don't know who they are.
Y'all gotta come over to my house.
Yep. And they had it done. I mean, I was out there. I helped them much as I could, carrying all that shit out. It's all still sitting out on the
bunch of dudes with fucking chainsaws drinking White Claws.
And they had a lot of like probably late teens, early 20s, a bunch of little young ones out there with all the energy in the world, man. And they got that shit. It was done in about 3 days.
Nice.
And what's crazy, I was telling you how it was uprooted. It was standing up on edge like this. And I wanted to get video of it so bad, but they still had to cut off a big chunk, and the guy had messed his chainsaw up.
Oh.
So I was like, well, I'm going to run down. I had to run down and do something. I don't remember what we had to do. I had to go do something. And I came back, and they ended up doing it while I was gone. But they cut it down to a stump, and the whole thing fell. Boom! That whole tuft of land fell right back into place, man. You can hardly even tell that it came up. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a little stump still left.
They fixed the divot.
That's absolutely right. Like, they fixed the divot. And like I said, if you didn't know it was down, you probably wouldn't be able to tell. Knowing it's down, you can kind of see like the ring around the edge where it was tore up. But it's even knowing it was down, it's still hard to see. You know what I mean? They did a good job.
The neighbor's got a new lawn chair. Shoot.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, so now I got a snow fence up for part of my back fence. Our front fence came completely down. It just completely collapsed on itself.
Picket?
Oh no, it's a big privacy fence.
In the front side of the house?
Yeah, we got one in the front, one in the back. Yeah. Yeah, completely came down. Backyard, just the only part of the fence in the backyard that came down was the part that the tree came through. And it's funny, we looked at that tree thinking we're kind of
1 8-foot section or something like that.
36-foot section of fence that I had to cover with a snow fence so I could let my dog out again. But we had kind of eyed that tree for a long time, thinking if that one were to come down, would it hit the house? And I was like, if it does, it'd be very little.
It'll be the top of it, so it won't have that much. You know what I mean? It won't be so stiff at the top. Yeah?
Right. But it, like I said, it just missed. And I have pictures. I'll show you at some point. But we had this birdhouse sitting just under one of our eaves, right outside our Florida room, just hanging there, and it was missing. And I was like, holy, that's what the tree took out. It got in there and it fucking took that out. I ended up finding it under the tree, still intact, amazingly enough. It's like it was there when we moved in. It's like this homemade bird feeder, but it's still intact and shit. I was like, holy shit. But yeah, I mean, trees down in lines. At one point, I was looking outside during the storm, and I shit you not, Christian, it was lightning it was green. It was nothing. It was just straight, as green as your backdrop there. That's what it looked like. And the more I think about it, I'm not sure if it was lightning or if it was power poles blowing up near us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The little power. Yeah. Transformer boxes on the top of poles there.
Yep. So I'm not sure which it was. I got my kids to come out and try and look at it at one point from our front door. Obviously not. I didn't take them outside, but.
Or aliens.
There was one. There was like a teal one that happened but it was colors I'd never seen before with flat, and it was definitely electrical, whether it was poles or lightning. It was one of the two, but it was insane. It was absolutely
Were you
insane.
high, man?
It was not high. I was not. It was it was a crazy experience. And like I said, this other one's, there's a chance it could come this way. We'll see what happens. I sure hope next year's better, man.
Well, man, dude, I know I brought this up before, but you're living in that spot, man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, it's crazy over there in St. Charles on the west side of New Orleans. They took 2 hurricanes in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't.
But did you see the new walls they built?
Uh-uh.
They're fucking huge, bro. It's a massive It's a massive amount of concrete, but I mean, some engineers got all over that shit after Katrina, man, and so far, knock wood, man, and you know it's working for them.
Yeah. Yeah, New Orleans. New Orleans has had a couple storms go in. They've had a little bit of flooding. Obviously, nothing compared to Katrina. But St. Charles, the one that got hit twice, they're the ones I don't think they got affected that much by Katrina. I'm not sure about that. But like I said, they took 2 direct hits in 6 weeks, and I'm like,
you're talking about St. Charles Parish, Mississippi?
No, I'm talking about St. Charles, Louisiana. It's on the.
Oh, got you. Okay.
It's fairly close to Houston.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But they took 2 direct hits, and after the one we just went through, I'm like, there's no way. I don't know how they can. I don't know how people are still there, aside from not being able to go anywhere. I mean,
there's always that, right?
Right, there is, and it sucks. It's kind of position we were in. Nobody expected this one to do what it did, even when it hit. Nobody expected the damage that happened, and but sure,
you guys were expecting a lot more damage from those other storms that that came in too. So
Well, we were expecting to get hit. We never even got hit. I mean, except for maybe very edges of them. So we've gotten lucky all year. You're absolutely right, but nonetheless, one compact one that's hauling ass can do a lot of fucking damage. So
obviously
it sure as shit did. But we're good. The family's good. We still have a roof over our head.
That's the thing, man. Displaced or anything like that. You know what I mean? You're not living in a fucking FEMA camp or anything crazy ass like that.
Right.
You have a lot of blessings to get.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. So, no internet. It's funny you hear, and I'm sure I've been one of these people. You hear people, I could live in a cabin without power for a month. No big deal. Fuck. We went crazy with no internet for a week. We're going nuts after 3 days.
As long as I got my mobile hotspot and shit.
That's about it too. But
oh snap! I need more ice.
That's something you couldn't find around here either. You ain't finding no ice around here.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, we had got ice right before it came. No, after it came in, we went and found. I went to one of those little convenience stores I was telling you guys about. I went in there and the lady's like, they had no power at all, and she's like, if you can dig this ice out of this container, the bags, she's like, they were supposed to clean it, but they didn't. So this ice was like under blocks of ice. And I sat there with the edge of my hand, just freaking boom, boom, fucking pounding this shit out of it until I got 2 bags of ice out of there. And so we had that to kind of save our food.
That's so metal, dude.
That's all I had. That's all I could use, but I got it out of there. Gave her $2 in quarters. I'm like, here, this is what we got. She's like, cool, you guys enjoy.
I'm going to pay you. Don't mind the blood.
Yeah, right. I am COVID free. Don't mind the blood.
High five.
Oh, shit. So.
Oh, fuck, dude. At least you can laugh about it. And you know what? Like I said, like we both say, it could have been a lot worse. And right. You've been really lucky this season, man. So I'm happy for you, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If this is the worst. And, even at its worst, that fucking tree didn't hit your house, right. Didn't land on your fucking ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, fuck, dude.
Yeah, no, and it's amazingly the house that it fell from, like the tree stands here, their house is here, our house is here, and it fell this way. It didn't hit anybody's house. It didn't. All it did was take out that fence and just made a mess.
Right.
In the grand scheme of things,
you didn't have to contend with floods, which fucking has a long-lasting after effect and
right.
shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. We got. We definitely were.
You're definitely not chilling out as hard as I am in Colorado, but.
No, it's good though. We got through it just fine.
You wearing shorts today?
Actually, I'm still in my pajamas.
When you go outside, you're gonna put on shorts or pants?
No, I'll be in shorts. Yeah, let me see. Let's see what the temperature is here.
There's the trade-off right there, buddy.
The temperature here is about 70 degrees right now.
It's gonna hit 70 here today too, but by 4 o'clock it'll be back down to the 30s, and the sun will be gone.
You know, it's been getting cold here. It's surprisingly enough, it's been getting down to a couple nights ago. It was under 40 degrees. Yeah, so it's been getting pretty chilly here, but it's been beautiful days, man. The humidity's not so bad this time of year. So
this is the best time of year for you fucks down there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
in 100% humidity country.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, man.
Which that sucks ass. But yeah, so it's a good time.
It's nothing like getting out of the shower in June, you know, and being as wet as you were when you got out once you get fully dressed.
Yeah, you know, my son, he'd kill me if he knows I'm telling you a story. He gets out of the shower yesterday, and he goes out and runs a lot. And this is my older son, my 14-year-old, and he comes back in from running, and he runs into and I knew he'd taken a shower right before he went. He runs into the bathroom. He comes out, and he didn't have his clothes on. He's running to his room to get some more clothes, and he starts calling me from his room. He's like, "Dad." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Do we got some kind of anti-itch cream?" I was like, "Did you?" Because we have a lot of ants out here that have been really. If you get into them, man, they fuck you up.
Red ants.
Yeah, I was like, "Did you step in some ants?" He's like, "No." He's like,
"I got my balls are chafing."
He said, "My balls itch so bad." He's like, "I don't know what to do." I started fucking laughing. I was like, "All right." I was like, "That's you got what the."
I need some ass spackle, Dad.
I was like, "You got a little swamp ass going on, son." I was like, "You got to make sure you dry that shit off when you get out the shower as best you can." It's like, I was like, "Here's some jock itch spray."
There you go.
And he's like, why don't you help him with it? I'm like, here, grab your shit, lift it up, and spray with this. That's about as much. So I was like, it's gonna burn.
Yeah,
it's gonna burn.
No, this is not a baby. This is a man child.
Yeah, right. I'm like,
all he needs is direction. He doesn't need you to lift this shit.
Right. He's a big boy. He's bigger than me.
There's a cutoff date for that shit.
Yeah, that's right. So I didn't hear a scream. I was like, it must not have burned. And all of a sudden he's like, it burns. I was like, you know it's working if it's burning. You're good. You know?